Happy New Year. Since I'm not down in New York City watching the ball drop, I thought I would come out to the honey shed tonight on New Year's Eve and work on another experiment. I know a lot of you are watching me render the wax and you were probably thinking, what is she going to do with that? Because I think you've heard me say that I don't really like to make candles. I just don't have the patience to sit around for them. But I think eventually I will, but right now I like to do other things. So one thing I use the beeswax for is beeswax wraps, which is a great way to cut down on cellophane and plastic bags. I take these and you can wrap your food up here. It's great. You can store everything in it except meat. So I make beeswax wraps. That's one thing I do. I also like to make lip balm. And I also like to make lotion bars. And my experiment tonight is I'm going to make beard balm. So I did a little research and I happen to know quite a few bearded fellows who are willing to experiment. So tonight I am going to make a citrus beard balm. And if you don't have a beard, you probably think, well, what is that and why would you use it? So supposedly the beards sometimes need a little taming, and the ingredients that I'm using not only tame the beard, but they also condition it. So envision like conditioner for your hair, this would be conditioner for your beard. And because the ingredients I'm using are natural and healthy, it also helps your skin. So when you rub this onto your beard, you are helping your skin and you are helping your beard and you're helping your look. So anyway, I've started with the beeswax. I put it in here. You always start, let's see. I always start with the beeswax because out of all the ingredients that I'm using, the beeswax takes the longest to melt. So I've got the beeswax in there and I'm measuring out my other materials. I'm not going to tell you what the recipe is because, well, then I'd have to tie you up in the bee yard on a sunny day and you don't want that to happen. So anyway, I'm measuring out some secret ingredients according to my secret recipe. And I've done the beeswax. So now I'm going to use, let's see, secret ingredient number 1. And if you know about any of this stuff, you'll probably be able to figure out what secret ingredient is. This is what it looks like. Oh, it has an interesting smell. I will say that this item is what we call unrefined, which means I did not get the kind that takes the smell out. So the smell is going to add a little bit to the wax, the balm, but that's okay. So this ingredient gets a little bit too much. Half an ounce is going in. Now normally I work in grams because it's just much easier to do mathematically, but for some reason this recipe was all in ounces. So, okay, so I'm going to put that ingredient in and let that melt with the beeswax. This ingredient that I just added adds a little bit of solidity, is that the word I want, to this, like the beeswax does. Okay, next secret ingredient. I think I'm going to have to open up a whole nother container for this one, but let's see. Oh yeah, definitely. So this ingredient that I just added is going to help with the glide. Sounds like I'm tap dancing in this honey shed, but the truth is that it's really icy outside and I had to wear my ice grippers in here. That's good. It'll help get some of the wax. Okay. All right, so I'm looking for 4 ounces of this item. Let's see, I'm at 1.7 right now. So I just picked up some essential oils from my friend Lauren Gonzalez. She is a Young Living dealer, and she has access to some awesome products, and they just came in the mail, which is what motivated me to come on outside and do this tonight in this crazy weather. Okay, so that's that ingredient, and it's in a double boiler. Okay, so I've done number 1, I've done number 2, I've done number 3, now I have to do number 4. Let's see. Okay, this is another kind of ingredient that will add a little glide. So it's so funny, when I googled beard balm and beard wax and all that stuff, I found a ton of really, really cleverly named products. It made me think, if I can't be retired and name nail polish colors, I'm going to name beard balm colors. There are some crazy names, which is why my beard balm is just going to be Fox Meadow Beard Balm, or maybe Fox Meadow Beeswax Beard Balm, because I cannot come up with the same kind of clever names that some of these people have come up with. I mean, they are really, I don't want to say adorable. They're manly, but they're really awesome. But we know that mine is just natural and healthy. Okay, so let me see how much this was. And here's this. It's starting, whoopsie, look, it's starting to melt. Okay. Now these are all plant-based ingredients. Okay, pouring that in. Now this also gets vitamin E and essential oil, but you put those in at the end because the high heat affects their effectiveness, and you wouldn't want to add an ingredient that is going to be ineffective. Now, let me see. I'll go over here. Here are my essential oils. So I think what I'm going to do, oh, this one is Northern Lights Black Spruce. Let's see. Wow. Black spruce leaf oil. Wow, I have to smell this. I've been doing a lot of research about beard balm, and most of the oils that the essential oils that people have said put in, it's either a citrus or it's some sort of tree, like a pine tree or something like that. So I think with this batch, because I adapted it a little bit. The first batch that I did of the balm, my testers told me it was too hard. So I added more butter to it, but I added a butter that was not in the recipe. So I think what I'm going to do is, since I already added all the butters, I think for this one what I'm going to do is just take half of it out and do 2 different smells. And we'll take it from there. So I did get some lavender, which is just so good. That's calming. I'm not putting lavender in this. I'm going to use, oh, and this is cedar wood, which you can't see. I want to try the cedar wood. I think those are going to be the two smells that I'm going to do. The two smells. Use the two essential oils I'm going to use. Now, the citrus is supposed to be really good for your skin and for your hair, believe it or not. So that's that. All right, so now we're just waiting for this to melt. Now I'm noticing some schmutz floating around in there, so I think I'm also going to have to use a little bit of a net to do that. All right, I don't know how long this is going to take, and I don't imagine that you want to be watching water boil or a wax melt, so I'm going to end here because it's already 10 minutes, but I will do a second video of the pouring process. So I will do that later on tonight. I will see you later. Bye.